Hi, I'm Eleyna. I hope that by reflecting upon my own experiences in learning mathematics, I will be able to better understand what my future students are going through. As Marian Small discusses in her book, teachers can make math more meaningful to their students if they truly understand the children's problem solving and thinking. Did my teachers possess this pedagogical content knowledge? Let's see. As a primary and junior student in elementary school, math was not too much of a problem for me. I listened attentively in class to the teacher, and I did my homework each and every night. If given time to work on my homework in class, I relished at the opportunity to leave my heavy math textbook at school. Math certainly was not my favorite subject. I was much more interested in visual arts, but I did not hate it, probably because I received very good grades. Though, without realizing it, I always incorporated visual arts into math. As a visual learner, it was important for me to draw out a problem in order to picture the solution. I appreciated when the teacher brought out math manipulatives for the class to use. These allowed me to put words and numbers into real situations. You can imagine how I felt about mental math. Not being able to jot down the problem definitely made it harder, but I persevered. I envisioned the manipulatives in my head and avoided using my fingers for counting. As I moved up into the intermediate grade levels, the math we learned seemed to get more challenging. My parents could no longer help me with my homework because they couldn't understand the problems themselves. In lieu of this, asking questions in class became even more important. If I did not understand a concept, I was not shy to ask for help from the teacher. Almost always, the teachers were willing to help. All in all, my experiences in elementary school were quite positive. I felt confident that high school would be the same. To put it simply, math in high school was a lot of work. If I dozed off for 1 minute, I felt like I missed a whole unit. Math class looked and felt the same throughout grade 9 to grade 12. The teacher lectured on a specific unit, assigned a significant number of questions for homework, then went through the more challenging problems the next day. Often, I would spend hours a night completing these problems. I would stay in for lunch and sometimes even after school to get extra help. I began to resent all the work I had to do in order to do well. I dreaded the tests where calculators were not allowed and formulas were not given. I felt the pointlessness of memorizing a long formula that I would shortly discard from my memory following the test. When would I use these problems in real life? The Japanese approach I learned from the article, Teaching is a Cultural Activity, opened my eyes to a new way of learning math. Rather than viewing math as a set of procedures that must be learned piece by piece, they view each lesson as a way to construct new relationships and new connections between methods and ideas. Perhaps, if I learned about math in this way, I would be able to see its importance in my everyday life. In high school, I was unable to see the connections between what I was learning and what I was experiencing outside of school. So, while my mathematics skills were developed, my conceptual understanding may have been lacking. As I am discovering from Small's book, current research emphasizes this acquisition of conceptual knowledge alongside skill development. If students are more actively engaged in constructing their own understandings, they will be able to use new ideas they learn rather than only repeating what they think they know. Most of the math knowledge I retained from school is directly related to its usage in real-world contexts. I certainly don't remember how to find the parabola of a line, but I can tell you how much money I need to save each month in order to buy a car within 1 year. Moving forward, both readings have taught me that it is okay to encourage diverse strategies for problem solving. Math does not have to consist of completing exercises to learn procedures. Rather, it can focus on problem solving through alternative strategies. As educators, we should be aware of the cultural scripts we are using in teaching. I hope to continually modify my own cultural script as a teacher to parallel the diverse needs of my students. Understanding the needs of the students will enrich the math curriculum that I teach. I have always viewed math as a black and white subject. Answers are either wrong or they are right. However, my experiences as a teacher candidate are changing my perceptions regarding learning and teaching math. As a math teacher, I hope to place more value on thinking and sharing rather than executing procedures through recitation.